Hey, Akhil here from akhiltoday.com. Here comes the chapter 9 of the book The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, written by Robin Sharma. And in this chapter, let us come to the practical challenges that how can the practice of Kaizen can be implemented in our daily lives. This was the question asked by John to Julian. I will give you 10 ancient yet supremely effective rituals that will lead you far along the path of personal mastery. If you apply them on a daily basis with faith in their utility, you will observe remarkable results in just 1 month from today. Just 1 month from today. If you continue to apply them, incorporating the techniques into your routine such that they become habits, you are bound to reach a state of perfect health, limitless energy, your lasting happiness and peace of mind. Ultimately, you will reach your divine destiny. For this is your birthright. Yogi Raman offered the 10 rituals to me with great faith in what he termed their exquisiteness, and I think you will agree that I am living proof of their whole power. I simply ask that you listen to what I have to say and judge the result for yourself. Life changing results in only 30 days? I asked in disbelief. Yes, the quid pro quo is that you must set aside at least 1 hour a day. At least 1 hour a day for 30 consecutive days to practice the strategies I am about to offer to you. This investment in yourself is all it takes. And please don't tell me that you don't have the time. But I don't have time. I said honestly, my practice is really booming. I don't have 10 minutes to myself, let alone a full hour, Julian. As I told you, saying that you don't have the time to improve yourself, whether this means improving your mind or nourishing your spirit, it is much like saying you do not have time to stop for gas because you are driving, you are busy in driving. Eventually, it will catch up with you. Really? Yes, it's really. How so? Let me put it in this way. You are very much like a high performance race car worth millions of dollars, a well oiled, highly sophisticated machine. Wow, why? Thank you, Julian. Your mind is the greatest wonder of the universe, and your body has the capacity to perform feats that might astonish you. Agreed. Knowing the value of his high performance multi-million dollar machine, would it be the rise to run it full out every minute of every day without taking a pit stop to let the motor cool down? Of course not. Well, then why are you not taking some time every day for your personal pit stop or rest break? Why are you not taking the time to cool down the high performance engine of your mind? Do you see my point? Taking the time to renew yourself is the most important thing you can do. Ironically, taking time out from your hectic schedule for self improvement and personal enrichment will dramatically improve your effectiveness once you get back into it. 1 hour a day for 30 days is all it takes. It's the magic formula I was always searching for. I would probably have paid a couple of $1 million for it in my old glory days if I had understood its importance. Little did I know that it was free as is all priceless knowledge. Having said this, you must be disciplined and apply the strategies that make up the formula daily with utter conviction in their value. This is not a quick fix type deal. Once you are in for long term. What do you mean? Spending 1 hour a day tending to yourself will surely give you dramatic results in 30 days, provided you do the right things. It takes about 1 month to fully install a new habit. After this period, the strategies and techniques you will learn will fit like a second skin. The key is that you must keep on practicing them every day if you want to keep on seeing the results. Fair enough. I agreed. Julian clearly had unlocked a wellspring of personal vitality and inner serenity in his own life. Actually, his transformation from a sickly old litigator to a radiant, energetic philosopher was nothing less than miraculous. At that moment, I resolved to dedicate 1 hour a day to implementing the techniques and principles I was about to hear. I decided to work on improving myself before working to change others, as had been my habit. Maybe I too could undergo a mantle like transformation. It was surely worth a try. That night, sitting on the floor of my cluttered living room, I learned what Julian called the 10 rituals of radial living. Some of them required a little concentrated effort on my part. Others could be performed effortlessly. All were intriguing and rich with promise of extraordinary things to come. The first strategy was known to the sages as the ritual of solitude or me time. This involves nothing more than ensuring that your daily schedule involves a mandatory period of peace. What is the period of peace? It is a time period as little as 15 minutes or as much as 50 minutes, wherein you explore the healing power of silence and come to know who you really are. Julian explained. Sort of a rest break for that overheated engine of the mind, I suggested with a slight smile. That's a pretty accurate way of looking at it. Have you ever been on a long road trip with your family? Sure, every summer we drive down to the islands to spend a couple of weeks with Jenny's parents. Okay, do you ever make pit stops along the way? Yes, for eating food, for if suppose I am feeling like little sleepy, I'll take a quick nap after having listened to my kids fighting in the back seat for 6 hours. Well, think of the ritual of the solitude as a pit stop for the soul. Its purpose is self renewal, and this is accomplished by spending time alone, immersed in the beautiful blanket of silence. Why is so special about silence? Good question. Solitude and quiet connect you to your creative source and releases the limitless intelligence of the universe. You see, John, the mind is like a lake. The mind is like a lake. In our chaotic world, most people's mind are not still. We are full of inner turbulence. However, by simply taking the time to be still and quiet every day, the lake of mind becomes as smooth as a plate of glass. This inner quietness brings it with a wealth of benefits, including a deep sense of well being, inner peace, and boundless energy. You will even sleep better and enjoy a renewed feeling of balance in your day to day activities. Where should I go for this period of peace? Theoretically, you could do it anywhere from your bedroom to your office room. The key is to find a place of true quiet and beauty. How does beauty fit into this equation? Beautiful images soothe a ruffled soul. Julian observed with a deep sigh. A bucket of roses or a simple solitary daffodil will have a highly salutary effect on your senses and relax you no end. Ideally, you should savor such beauty in a space that will serve as a sanctuary of the self. What's that? Basically, it is a place that will become your secret forum for your mental and spiritual expansion. This might be a spare room in your house or simply a peaceful corner of a small apartment like this room. The point is to reserve a spot for your renewal activities, a place that sits there quietly awaiting your arrival. I love the sound of that. I think having a silent place to go to when I come home from work would make a world of difference. I could decompress for a while and let go of the stresses of the day. It would probably make me a much nicer person to be around. That brings up the another important point. The second ritual will be discussed after this. The ritual of solitude works best when you practice it at the same time every day. This is the golden rule. Note it down. The ritual of solitude works best when you practice it at the same time every day. Do you know why? Because then it becomes integrated into your routine as a ritual. By practicing it at the same time every day, a daily dose of silence will soon become a habit that you will never neglect. And positive life habits inevitably guide you to your destiny. Anything else? Yes, if at all possible, commune with nature daily. A quick walk through the woods or even a few minutes spent cultivating your tomato garden in the backyard will reconnect you to the wellspring of the calm that may now be dormant within you. Being with nature also allows you to tune into the infinite wisdom of your highest self. This self knowledge will move you into the uncharted dimensions of your personal power. Never forget this, advised Julian, his voice rising with passion. Has this ritual worked well for you, Julian? Absolutely. I rise with the sign, and first thing I do is head off to my secret sanctuary. There, I explore the heart of the rose for as long as need be. Some days I spend hours in quiet contemplation, on other days I spend only 10 minutes. The result is more or less the same, a deep sense of inner harmony and abundance of physical energy, which brings me the second ritual. This is the ritual of physicality. Sounds interesting. What's it about? It's about the power of physical care. Huh. It's simple. The ritual of physicality is based on the principle that says, as you care for the body, so you care for the mind. As you prepare your body, so you prepare your mind. As you train your body, so you train your mind. Take some time every single day to nourish the temple of your body through various vigorous exercises. Get your blood circulating and your body moving. Did you know that there are 168 hours in a week? There are 168 hours in a week. No, not really. It's true, at least 5 of those hours would be invested in some form of physical activity. The sages of Shivana practiced the ancient discipline of yoga to awaken their physical potential and live a strong, dynamic existence. It was an extraordinary sight to see these marvelous physical specimens who had managed to age-proof their lives standing on their heads in the center of their village. Have you tried yoga, Julian? Jenny started practicing it last summer and says it had added 5 years to her life. There is no one strategy that will magically transform your life. John, let me be the first to say this. Lasting and profound change comes through the continued application of a number of methods I have shared with you. Lasting and profound change comes through the continued application of a number of methods I have shared with you. But yoga is an extremely effective way to unlock your reserves of vitality. I do my yoga every morning, and it is one of the best things that I do for myself. It not only rejuvenates my body, it completely focuses my mind. It has been even unblocked my creativity. It is a terrific discipline. Did the sages do anything else to care for their bodies? Yogi Raman and his brother and sisters also believed that vigorous walking and in natural surroundings, whether high on the mountain peaks or deep in the lush forest, worked wonders for relieving fatigue and restoring the body to its natural state of vibrancy. When the weather was too harsh to walk, they would exercise within the security of their huts. They might miss a meal, but they would never miss their daily round of exercise. What did they have in their huts, Julian? Nordic track machines equipped. Not quite. Sometimes they would practice yoga postures. Other times I would catch a glimpse of them doing a set or a two of one-handed push-ups. I really think didn't matter too much of them what they did. So long as they moved their bodies and get the fresh air of their breathtaking surroundings flowing through the lungs. What does breathing fresh air have to do with anything? I will answer your question with one of Yogi Raman's favorite sayings. To breathe properly is to live properly. To breathe properly is to live properly. Breathing is that much important. I asked in surprise. Quite early on in Sivana, the sages taught me that the fastest way to double or even triple the amount of energy I had was to learn the art of effective breathing. Learn the art of effective breathing. But don't we all know how to breathe? Even a newborn today, baby? Not really, John. While most of us know how to breathe to survive, we have never learned how to breathe to thrive. Most of us breathe far too shallowly, and in so doing, we fail to take in enough oxygen to run the body at an optimal level. Sounds like proper breathing involves a lot of science, Julian. Yes, it does. And the sages treated in that way. Their philosophy was simple. Take in more oxygen to effective breathing and was you liberate your energy reserves along with your natural state of vitality. Okay. So where do I start? It's actually pretty easy. 2 or 3 times a day, take a 1 minute or a 2 minute to think about breathing more deeply and more effectively. How do I know if I am breathing effectively? Well, your belly should move slightly. This indicates you are breathing from the abdomen, which is good. So this practice I learned from 10 years ago. Let us see what does the technique says that. A trick that Yogi Raman taught me was to cup my hands on my stomach. If they moved out as I inhale, my breathing technique was proper. Very interesting. Let us see. When you inhale, stomach should bulge out like a balloon. Very interesting. If you like that, then you will love the third ritual of radiant living said by Julia. Let us see the third ritual in the next video. Until then, stay connected, keep progressing.